because the message needs to go out loud and clear to the people that are going to terrorize the city that the rules of engagement have changed on the streets of this city. Just in the last 2 years, we have arrested and convicted over 126 gang members from 15 different gangs. I say this as a message to the criminal who shot and attempted to kill a 25-year-old Dr. Peter Gold. As everybody knows by now, Peter is a fourth-year medical student who the other morning saw a man dragging a woman towards a vehicle. He recognized that something was wrong, and when he tried to intercede, the suspect then stopped, demanded money from him. For those of you that have been able to watch the video, as harrowing as it is, Dr. Gold put his hands up. The suspect then shot him in the stomach in an unprovoked attack, and then attempted to kill him twice. Fortunately, the gun jammed. The violence is not going to be tolerated in this city. So this week, around the clock, your team of law enforcement professionals have been scouring the city, working really hard, led by the police department in partnership with some of our federal agencies. These two detectives that are standing behind me with the commander got to work. They have been able to identify the suspect in the video. His name is Uric Kane. We know who you are, and you need to know that we are going to find you. We need the public's help to do this, but there is no question now that we know who he is, that he will be brought to justice. And anyone who harbors him is going to be arrested, and you're going to be convicted to the full extent of the law as well. The New Orleans Police Department, the U.S. Marshals are going to work around the clock until they find Uric Kane and they bring him to justice. And I have no doubt, just like the killers of Breonna Allen and Shawana Pierce, that Mr. Kane will spend the rest of his life in jail. This type of brazen violence is not going to stand in our city. We've said enough is enough. We have put our time, our efforts, our money where our mouth is. With the 126 gang members, everybody that commits a crime like this will be tracked and will be arrested and will be prosecuted to the full extent of the law. So I want to remind those people who want to wreak havoc on our city. We mean what we say, we do what we say, and we follow through, and we will this time. Those who don't put down the guns are going to be arrested and convicted. And I'm just going to tell you, we're going to find you, we're going to prosecute you, we're going to hold you accountable, and you will spend the rest of your life behind bars. To the residents and to the visitors of New Orleans, we are going to do everything we can to make sure that the city is safe. We're not going to back down. And again, I want to just congratulate the two detectives for their tremendous work, for all of the law enforcement that have been involved and that are going to be involved. And I want to also say a thank you to Crime Stoppers, that there is a $12,500 reward for any information that leads to the arrest of this subject. And then finally, just one more time, anybody who harbors Uric Kane is going to be arrested and convicted as well. Let me turn it over to the chief.
Thank you, Mayor. Make no mistake about it, we have been and we still are working around the clock to solve this case. The detective standing with us worked aggressively to follow every single lead. So not longer after the incident, we released a surveillance video that showed as clear of a picture as you could possibly want of the suspect in this case. Early this morning, members of our Special Operations Division recovered the suspect's SUV, seen in the video in the 2200 block of John Raphael Way. From there, very smart and aggressive police work led us to identify 21-year-old Uric Kane as the suspect responsible for this heinous crime. We know that Kane was last arrested on November 2nd for possession of a stolen cell phone that was taken in a carjacking from the 1st District. His previous criminal history includes possession of a stolen vehicle and different weapons charges. From the footage of this incident, it is clear that this is a dangerous individual who doesn't value the lives of others. He made a conscious decision to hurt our fellow citizens. So we are working in tandem with our state and federal law enforcement partners to take Uric Kane off of the streets.